All right. Today we are going to be going over the official good deals done this week. This is the things that actually sold, and I'm going to compare them to things that are just being listed. I think if you've watched this before, you're going to notice a trend. All right, so yeah, this is for the Northwest Metro area. I am going from the Jasper area down 575 on up the Calhoun area. This is all going to be $350,000 or below. So this is below median. And so let's go look at the criteria. I just want to show you a couple things real quick. So I'll show you what I got. This is the MLS data from FMLS. So $350,000 and below. And you saw the map of the area we are looking at right there. That's the little heart-shaped thing I drew because I'm an artiste. All right, so closed 0 to 7 days. Oh, today is August 25th, 2026. Closed properties, 7. Look at this. There was only 7 properties sold in the last week under $350,000. Guess how many were listed? Bom, bom, bom. Let's go to active. What was that? 29. Do you see that number? So there are what? 7 times 4 is 28. So there are 4 times more sellers than buyers. All you have to do, so is this a good time to buy or sell? Obviously, you want to be buying right now and you don't want to be selling. However, it all comes down to your individual condition you are in. If you have a house that you do not need and you do not have a use for, it's a good time for you to sell. You're gonna have to price it right. If you do not have the money to buy a property, or if you do not have the money to buy a property, this is not a good time to buy. So I want to keep that in mind, but this is a great time to buy, not the best time to sell, unless it all depends on your personal conditions. But let's take a look in. I'm going to look at the deals that were actually done this week. So we got 29. Oh yeah, let's look over and as I've gone over before, generally the difference between active under contract and pending is they'll put it under active under contract if it went under contract that week and it's still within the due diligence period. Every agent has their own thing. Well, let's see, we got 10 matches for active under contract. So that tells me these 10 went under contract this week. And let's see, generally what pending means is it made it through the first due diligence period. And so 8. So we have 8 made it through. Look at it. So think about it. These are 7 closing. Obviously, this is only the lower price point, median and below. Obviously, they would go up higher. So let's take a look at the entire pending. So they say it takes 45 days, 30 to 45 days for a property to close. Let's do all active under contract and pendings. Let's see, this would probably be around 50 something. Oh, we got 149. 159. So these are all your active. This is in the last that are all in some type of status of being sold. That's not a whole lot, because these can take 45 days to close. But so let's take a look at the actual things that did sell so we can see what they are actually selling for. The whole thing I'm going over is there are not many buyers. So if you make good offers, you are going to, actually, I don't even say, listen, not even say they're making good offers, just make offers, whatever it's worth it to you. And let's go into closed 0 to 7. And I'm going to go through these. I'm going to go look at each one of these in particular because there are only 9 of them. And one of them in particular, I did a full video on my due diligence because I tried to buy it and someone else got it. And I'm glad they didn't get it for the price it was listed for. I would have been very sad. So they paid over. So that made me feel better. Let's dive in. All right, so I got my listing. So 381 Buck Boulevard, Southeast in Calhoun. Originally listed for $230, spent 5 days on market. The buyers got $5,000 off in closing costs. 70 Crow Springs Spur in Northwest Cartersville, and 1,400 square foot, 4-bedroom, 3-bath. $300,000 was listed. Originally spent 42 days on the market. They ended up getting it for a net of $277,500, so almost $25,000 off. So you just make an offer. You just got to find the right person. You're going to find some good deals. This is the one that I wanted. 870 Marietta. We're going to go into... Actually, look at these in order. That was 371 Buck Boulevard. First one we went over. Second one was right here. If you can see it. And, well, I guess I should make this bigger. How do you... Oh, I always forget how to make that. Get rid of that. Oh, well. This is the one. It was on Marietta Road. Right on the core. It's the reason I liked it. It had... You can do ADUs. It's in the city of Canton. You can do ADUs. It already had an extra building. Also, there are some options for commercial, etc. It's on an area of Marietta Road that's very... Let's see if we can get a map of... this area. So this is the area. I'll take it off the layers. Okay. This was right around here. So we got this, the Morningside, Sunnyside. I can't remember the name of it. Things that slip out of your mind when the camera is on. So we got this corridor going from Marietta Road into downtown Canton, which they're doing a lot of work for to improve walking in this area, and including a bridge that they just finished up, and they also have some other trails going from like here to there, etc. They're working on a bridge here, so it's all being much more connected. I think it was just a very good long term and had a lot of space, needed a lot of work for an updating, but yes, R8, so you could do multifamily, etc. But so what is that? So that was listed for $295. I was jumping at the bit, ended up selling for $335, 6 days on market. They intentionally listed that one low in order to do that. All right, 260. Oh, next one is 149 Millstone Lane in Calhoun, 1,400 square foot. Built in 2003. It was listed for $265. Spent 8 days on market, sold for $266. So let's see what we got. They didn't get much off. They paid extra. And I think I went over this house in my weekly videos of the things that are new on market. I don't know, maybe I didn't. Let me see, you can get a 4-bedroom, 3-bath for $266. That's a pretty good deal if you ask me. Let's see, where is that located with regards to the downtown? They said it's all, they say location, no, I thought that was it. Location, location, location is what they say, because that's where people buy. 6288 New Mill Trail in Ackworth. 1,500 square feet, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1988. Originally listed for $299, spent 7 days on the market, sold for $295. So these people are pricing it right. We're getting people that are pricing it right from the get-go. We haven't had a bunch of big price discounts yet. That's what it's telling me. So let's take a look at this. Take a gander at this one. Yeah, this one looks like it needs some work. When you say up-to-date service, it's not really so yeah, it definitely needed some work. Let's see, how did they purchase that? Was that an FHA? I should go over how it was purchased as well. Conventional loan. That one was a VA loan. Oh, they got a conventional loan on? I don't think that's right. They might have been able to get it. So this one got an FHA. This one got an FHA. So we're getting a lot of government-backed loans. FHA, FHA. Conventional, I don't think that's a conventional. I guess it could have been, but I don't think it was. And we are 6288, well, conventional. 295. Sold price. I'm confused. Okay. That happens a lot for me. Oh, it's 299, then they sold it. I misspoke. 205 Rips Road, Calhoun. 3-bedroom, 2-bath. This is the one in the closer to downtown. The better location. It's charming. No HOA. So it was originally listed for $219,900, spent 11 days on the market, sold for $214,750 plus $11,750 in closing costs. So they got it for just $203. 11 days on the market, and they got it for 15%. That's like 10% off or something like that. Let's see what they had the percentage on that. It was a conventional loan. Yeah. So they got it for a net of 203. What's that? So they got $17,000. That's almost 10% off, right? Math ain't my strong suit, so don't criticize me. But that seems about 10% off. 6672 Skyview Lane, Ackworth, 1288 square feet, 3-bedroom, 2-bath. Oh, it's a new one. $289,900 was on the market for 8 days. They got $10,000 off. $8,700 off. I apologize. Okay. Then next one, 701 Victoria Court, Woodstock, 4-bedroom, 3-bath, a big one, 1984, $325,000, originally listed for. On the market for just over 3 weeks, they got $50,000 off. $50,000. Would you wait 3 weeks for $50,000? See, the thing is, it does say cash only for this one, so this one needed some work too. You'll notice a trend. You'll notice a trend. So what? So cash things that need renovation are up, and FHA loans are making some, because there aren't many buyers. So if you can do your government-backed loans, like during the pandemia era, these were you couldn't get those loans through because it takes extra time. 7053 Westwood Lane, Ackworth, 2,100 square feet, 4-bedroom, 2-bath. Originally listed for $185, sold for $198, and almost $12,000 off. So it makes it a net of $180. About this, yeah. Basically, sold for that in 6 days. So they got, but the advantage of paying closing costs is it's less money out of pocket for you, the buyer. So I always think it's important just to look over the status of the market. And, you know, there's a lot of places that you can look at for overall, you know, month of supply things. I'd say there are much better places to look at. And even within, or there's plenty of YouTube channels that do it. If you're looking for your local realtor group, they'll often have one. I know Cherokee has one. They'll do an update. FMLS does one as well. If you are looking for that, they give you more of an update on what's going on for the broader market, and you can glean some important points from that. But the most important thing that I found is for myself, because this is stuff I'm looking for myself, is to look very close at what you're looking at, and be an expert on what you're looking at. I don't know a lot about above median, and then to be honest with you, I usually search for a little bit higher price range, 400,000. And I think next week I'm going to try to go over some of the solds for lots and what's going on with lots. We can look at lots together. Maybe that'll be another episode to look at. Because I just did a video on a due diligence for a building lot I was looking at. But see, it's really important just to know your detailed or local information. What is selling, what is not. So yeah, was it Chris Williamson? I don't think that's really his name. I don't know. Yeah, I'll try to put some info. But if you just look around for Atlanta market statistics, what is that guy's name? Let's see. Let's look it up. Atlanta market. You can click off if you want. Unless you want to do some information on Atlanta market statistics. That is, let's see how smart the statisti. Let's see. What is that dude's name? I watch him. Here, Terrence Richardson. I think he does some very good detailed information on status, especially around the Atlanta area, and like it all depends on what you're specifically looking for. But he does very good information on the market as broad as it. Yet again, FMLS has a good one. Your local realtor, I know Cherokee has a good one. They'll do an update on all that. And you can ask your agent if you have a specific things you are looking for, if you want to know. But they'll have FML. Because I don't want to show. I can get in trouble if I show you some stuff I'm not supposed to show you. Yeah, so I'll stop there. I'll try to go over some more of that next week. I'm gonna try to do one of these a week on what's selling. And I guess I'll see you tomorrow. I got one coming up on tomorrow is going to be on building permits.